morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever it is, wherever you are. My name's Katie Oak, and this is Moon Mama Musings. Welcome back to my living room on this very cloudy, strange light day. I know it's going to be really weird in this video. For another astrology peephole for today, the 31st of August, 2021. Today, our waning crescent moon in Gemini brings the need to ground yourself, my darlings. There is a huge shift that has happened yesterday with the Mercury going into Libra, as well as with current, literally like cosmic weather. There are massive solar flares happening, or they happened on the 26th of August, which have caused what they call a solar tsunami here on planet Earth. So those of you experiencing, I don't know, like actually it's almost like a really hardcore full moon with the Mercury retrograde if you threw a couple of rabid squirrels in there. So yeah, it's like a really condensed kind of crazy energy. If you have like vertigo kind of like symptoms, if you're feeling headachy, if you're prone to migraines, you might be really struggling. You could be sleeping a lot or not at all. You could be have a lot of energy or none at all. You could be very scatterbrained. Your technology might be going crazy as well with all of this electromagnetic nonsense happening. But either way, if you're feeling out of sorts lately, I'm very sorry, but just hang in there, friends. The best way to deal with it, he told me, is ground yourself out. Do whatever it is that you can. Stay present. Stay in your present moment as much as possible. Do something you love. Go outside. Go to the ocean. Go to the forest. Go to a windy place. Make a campfire. Do something you love. Get yourself a present. Eat something you love. Whatever it may be. Meditate a lot if you can. And some of you guys, if you are extremely empathetic, if you've got a lot of empathy, like sort of empath traits, you could benefit from putting a little Labradorite under your pillow. Labradorite is one of my favorite stones. And it just kind of helps you filter away some of the goop while you're sleeping. Some people struggle with it under their pillow because it gives them crazy vivid dreams, though. So if you do have trouble connecting to your dreams for particular reasons, just be aware that it could very well make your dream space a little bit more vivid. Also, some of you guys like to sleep with meditation music. Maybe throw something in with the Schumann resonance, or get a Schumann resonance generator. Just trying to get in tune, like the tuning forks we are with the resonance of the planet can help us with all of this crazy stuff happening right now. Okay, so today on the 31st, we've got 3 aspects I want to talk about, which I think are really interesting. So first, the moon is in a square with Neptune, which is retrograde in the sign of Pisces. If you've been following me, you know that this makes it like the very scary but really true soothsayer. Some of the information can be uncomfortable to receive. However, there is so much truth in it and opportunity for growth that, you know, we might resist at first, but eventually we do end up giving in to this energy as we know that it's for our better good. And with the moon in a square with Neptune, well, this is a disillusionment that, yes, it's not going to be comfortable to hear. You may find some, you know, you might get something brought to you that just doesn't feel quite right. You know, it could be something internal. It could be somebody saying something to you, or just a situation that isn't quite great. All right. Something that challenges you. Either way, it's an obstacle, right? A square is an obstacle or a boundary or a limitation. It can be an argument. So maybe some of you guys are going to be having an argument that brings something to light that you didn't know before, or a discussion, or whatever it may be. Either way, the objective truth of whatever comes forward to you with this Neptune squaring the moon is you know that it is what it is. You know that it is the truth. And you could choose very well to continue putting the wool over your own eyes. But now you know that you're doing that, and you've clearly seen that, okay, this is the pattern. This is where I have the choice to either stay true to my authentic self that I've learned and become aware of, or do I kind of fall back into my ignorant ways from the past? Okay, from before. And when I say ignorant, I mean, I'm not saying you're ignorant. I mean that you were just you didn't know that this was the truth for sure. And now you know it's the truth for sure. And if it's like the universe is saying, be responsible. With great power comes great responsibility, right? You know what the truth is now. You're not like floundering around like a fish out of water trying to figure out what's going on. And when you're presented an opportunity to do something knowing this truth, if you pretend like you don't know what anyone's talking about, well, you might get yourself into a little bit of messy situations, all right? Okay, so now we also have our friends Venus and Mars doing some fun stuff with the moon. Listen, I like this. I do like it, okay? So the moon is making a trine with our beautiful Venus, who's in the sign of Libra. Now remember, Venus is very, very well at home in the sign of Libra. Libra is it's as much as it is a sign of sort of, well, justice. You know, it's the justice card in the tarot. It is about balancing of the scales. It's about reciprocity, about things being even and fair and just and the way they're supposed to be, and, you know, this kind of deal. But it's doing it in a beautiful way, right? So what I'm getting with this is love yourself, obviously. Do the self-love stuff. Respect your own boundaries. Be authentic to yourself. Get into that abundant flow that you've been striving to do. And lately you've been doing a great job at maintaining. You know, you're experiencing little hiccups, but you're doing a good job at quickly falling back into your beautiful feminine receiving energy and going with the flow of the universe and doing what it is that they want you to kind of do to get in line with what's happening, right? Because as we know, this is all just a giant game of smoke and mirrors where the universe is trying to distract us, right? To keep us from screwing up the thing that's meant for us coming in. So this is saying, get yourself a present, right? Make an investment. Okay, before you used to maybe feel uncomfortable and go, I'm going to go online shopping and buy myself all kinds of stuff. And maybe you were just doing it for the wrong reasons, or you were buying stuff that wasn't of necessary quality. You just like knew you wanted things and not necessarily wanted, like you didn't necessarily put the time and effort into researching them, or whatever it may be. Maybe you were spending time with people because you were just lonely before, for example. You were looking for interactions. But the thing is now you understand that the energy that you put into a situation will come back out. And the more love you throw into it, the more sort of interest you accrue in a certain sense. But I don't want you to think of it as I'm doing it for the sake of getting something for myself. Obviously not. We know that that's not the case. But, I mean, look, I'll give you a contact story just to sort of get to my point a little faster, because you guys know I can be blah, 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 blah. And like I said, right now the energy, it's like mini Mercury retrograde. And when Mercury retrograde, which is also coming, friends, it makes me very mouth. In any case, so I'm a scuba diver, right? I dive a lot. I love diving. I've recently sort of done a lot of work with my body, and my body's changed quite a bit. And now I cannot stay warm in the water for the life of me. And I realized the other day that, okay, like, yeah, I'm doing all of these necessary things, but it would really help to have a wetsuit that was, you know, maybe not a few years old and done a couple of 100 dives. So I decided to treat myself to a new wetsuit. And I had one in mind. And when I went to the shop to get it, it was shut. Okay. So I went to my second option shop. Shut. And then I was like, okay, wait a minute. Of course, the right option is to go and visit one of my very close friends who also works in a dive shop, believe it or not. I ended up spending a little bit more money than I wanted to on this wetsuit. However, it fits me great. It's got all the little extras that I know are going to serve me and aren't gratuitous. It's well made. It's going to last. Like, there is no real downside apart from the fact that, yeah, okay, I went a little over budget. But for something that's probably going to last me 2, 3, maybe even like 5 years, I mean, that's maybe a little bit, but it's going to last me several years. It's going to last me time. It's worth it for me to spend more money now for my comfort, for the best expression of the task that I need fulfilled, or the you know, there's a space in my life, right? So I'm buying something to put it in that space, and I want it to fill that space the best, not just kind of like fit the square peg in the round hole, right? Or even better, a round peg in a square hole, right? It'll fit, but there's all that space around it. It just doesn't make sense. So with this, they're saying, make an investment instead of just buying yourself a present, okay? Get yourself something that's going to be really useful to you, or that helps you ground yourself, or that serves your craft, or whatever it may be. Either way, treat yourself in a new way, okay? A different way than you usually do. And this is authentic and true to your new being and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Also, Mars is making a square with the moon, which is interesting because this is saying that, like, be sure that you are very, 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 very grounded in your decision to make an action. They're saying don't just go off brashly and act quickly like you normally do. Let's be honest now, like you normally do. You go, and you do something real quick, all right, without really fully, truly thinking it through. And you've realized that that is part of the error of your ways. And you know that that holds you back, right? So now they're saying, okay, easy do it. Easy does it. You don't have to overthink things. You don't have to act quickly. You don't have to like chicken with your head cut off. Take one more unbiased look at both sides of these things with the moon in Gemini, right? They're saying this action you want to do, this mission you want to complete, this task, this person you want to talk to, this thing, conversation you want to have, this whatever it is, this car you want to buy, house you want to buy, move you want to make, whatever it may be. Take one more time to consider the entirety of it, the whole big picture of it, okay? How do you feel and what happens to you and what do you do and how does past karma being resolved now change the way you react to it? If A, your plan goes completely according to plan, even better than you would imagine, it's a great success, you get what you want. And 2, it completely fails, flubs, you fall straight on your face, knock all your teeth out and poke both your eyes out, okay? How do you feel? What do you do? How tempted are you to go back to old cycles, and how resilient are you to resist them, okay? If you feel any resistance, if you feel that you are unprepared in any way to deal with one or both of those outcomes, there's still something that needs to be resolved before this cycle comes back around for a loop, okay? You know how it always works, right? The thing that you want is right now in a phase where it's not quite back, right? But it will come back. Yeah, it always comes back. Just be sure that the next time it comes back, the rest of that resistance is gone, all right? And do not make any actions until you are sure that they are right for you and that you've properly looked unbiasedly, not through a lens of emotion, not through a lens of ego, a lens of balance, right? Balance between your head, your heart, and your home. We always want to remain balanced. This is the idea, right? Okay, especially with Mercury in Libra. Okay, secrets. Number 43, which breaks to a 7. This is a lucky number. Look at this girl. All right, she's got the moon with the lock, right? We had this card in live the other day, and it was really beautiful because they were saying, it came out upside down, right? Where the lock was upright. And they were saying that this girl is grounded, she's doing well, she's got all the keys, but she hasn't yet realized that the key that she needs to open up this moon, this emotion, this subconscious, is right on that keychain. All she has to do is put it in the lock, right? This card came up upright today. So I'm hearing that whatever was stopping us from putting the key in the lock before, it's clear now. The key has turned. We're now quite happy with this emotional change. We're understanding a little bit more. And this is all due to this grounding force, okay? So remain grounded, my friends. And they're saying, if that doesn't happen to you yet, it is on the verge of happening. You're in that phase of it turning around. But please, 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 stay grounded. Stay present, my friends. Stay present. For the love of the flash. Stay present. And yes, I did say the flash. It was just, look, I have beautiful flash pens, and it was the first thing that I saw. Okay, so rejection, conclusion, and unique. Interesting, huh? All right. Something has been taken away, something is far away from you, something has broken your heart, something has told you no, something has walked away, something has fucked you off, something has disappeared, poof, gone. Something is, you believe it's gone. You believe it's finished. You believe it's forever, forever. You've said, no, I've cut the cords, I've closed the door, it's never, ever, ever. It's your diamond in the rough. If you've not watched my live from yesterday, the 30th of August, to talk about Mercury going to Libra, please do. Diamond in the rough. That is the diamond in the rough. One more for good measure. Luck, my friends. It is still a very lucky time. Stay present and you can tap into that field, right? In times like these, the more present we are, the more we can reach in to the field of infinite possibility, grab exactly what we want and bring it into the 3D. All right? You can do it. You know how to do it. You always have. And if you need any help, feel free to get in touch. I will post my link tree in the bio. You can contact me for a personal reading. Thank you all for your beautiful donations. Otherwise, shoot me a message. Drop me a comment. Whatever you like. Just show me some love. All right. I will be back tomorrow on Instagram, Moon Mama Musings, for another live. Moon transit through Cancer. Tomorrow, the 1st of September, 2021. But until then, I'm sorry for anything you're going through, or if I've made you feel a certain way. Thank you so much for being a beautiful, amazing, lovely human and lending your energy to the circuit. Thank you to your guides, my guides, the Ascended Masters, the angels, the dragons and fairies and loved ones and spirit guides and whatever it is, the whole kitchen sink. Thank you for the beautiful messages today and always, and keeping us connected and full of love. I love you very, 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 very much. And I accept this, but I hope you do too. But if not, that's cool. Catch you next time. Bye.